all the mud's nice and dry, as you can see. Like, you almost can't even tell that I'm mudded. Not to like be like, hey, I mudded. Made a little bit of a mess, right? Whatever, we'll clean that up at the end. Not gonna leave the job like that. Looking good. Now, it's gonna be a headache to sand in here. I might as well take the door off one last time, just to make my life a little bit easier. So that's where we're gonna start. Take the door off. And once we put it back on, it's on there forever. Well, until someone else does something. We only put a few screws in last night because I didn't want to put all 12 in there and then take them out and put them back in and take them out again. So here we are. So brace my foot under the door here to hold it. Take that one out. The door's slightly forward. My foot's basically carrying the weight of it. So there we are. The door's off. It takes a little to do. Good job. I should just put it outside. It's not really in the way. So we're basically gonna stand up and sand away. I think it's a good idea to actually put the door outside. Out of the way. It's the fence here. There we go. Door's off. We got our sandpaper. Now I'm just going to show you how quickly you should sand this out. So, real time. This is how I start. I roll around. I clean up anything that's hanging off on the edges. Just scrape off excess. Boom, boom. Sharpen the corners. Like that. And we got it on a few places, didn't need to be. Okay, there we are, right? Clean up everything nicely. Alright, scraped off. It's probably the only reason why we're using the belt. Now, like I said before, you want to use your sanding block. Have everything outside here. And remember, when you set up your paper on your sander, let it overhang one side and flush with the aluminum on the other. So I'll remove this out of the way. And we're just going to run that against our corner. I don't know if you can see the corner because of that trim. No, you can't see it because of the railing. Right tight in the corner. Flip it around. You shouldn't need to stand too much. See, now I'm coming down the wall on this one. Yeah, clear the corner out the wall. And we'll go so far because of that latch. And then we're around the top. I have to keep moving the camera so you guys can get a good view of what's going on. Let me just adjust it slightly. And yeah, I'm not wearing a mask again for your guys' safety. So now, up and down this morning. So, when you're sanding, you shouldn't have to sand lots. The whole point of why we do everything, we do it right the first time, is that way we don't have to mess around with it the second time. So, now I took the hinges off. Look at how easy this is. You can just barely run the sander up and down. They got some on the door casing. And they didn't want to scrape it out. And there you have it. Now you have a nice straight corner. Now, that's why you get an extendable. You guys are going to get to see me sand the upper portion, I think you can see from there. Yeah. Look at this. And to be honest, if I wasn't recording and had the fan on, it'd be blowing all the dust out the door. But you won't be able to hear me. So I just brushed over it quickly because I'm going to go get the light. And then we're going to shine the light and we're going to sand where it needs to be sanded. I'll be right back. Alright, we got our light. Remember, all the evil wants to hide, but it's the light that illuminates the problems, as you can see. So, I'm going to go around spot sand with the sponge. Basically, bro, I said, and then feel which side's smooth, because sometimes they don't mark them on the blocks, but this is the smoothest side. And I'm doing my feathering, kind of like how when you do your feathering, when you're taping, right? You do your feathering with your knife, you do your feathering with your sponge. So I'm spot sanding all the high and low areas around the edges, shaping the corner real quick. I'll kind of just show you. See how that. I'm just taking all the rough edges off. See how you get something like that? Sand it out. sand it out. Anything where the light is exposing it, you sand it out. The paint's going to cover everything else. So look, I have my light shining up, and you can see all the damage, right? Some there. You'd be surprised at what you can do with just a little bit of sanding. Like, I don't have to smooth this out, but I'm just going to show you. Because we're going to be putting casing over it. You're never going to see this. But you can shape anything with a sanding sponge. We go to the rougher side now. And smooth it out. And then here you can see this little guy. And then if you look in here, all of this needs to be done. So you just take the edge of the sanding sponge and just bring it up a couple times. Boom. Completely gone. Look at this top part here. This top part. Couple passes with the sponge. Flattened out. Flat with everything now. And another one up here. You can see this. Spot sand. Done. Done. You just go up, like this corner. I'm kind of shaping it to make it look nice, right? Along the top edge. So, there. That's good enough for there. Now, I'm going to turn the light in this corner. You can see right here, hard line, gone. That's the rough side of the sponge. This is the smooth side. So you can almost even tell by the scratch lines, right? That end up in the sandpaper. Look, damage from yesterday. 1, 2, 3 passes, pretty much gone. Move your light to where you need it, right? Trying to become a pro camera guy with one hand. So again, I do all my lower areas so that when I go to set up, nothing's in my way. I'm not up and down. Just do everything in the bottom part and then work your way to the top. So you got to be careful. Like when you sand, like let's say you're sanding this corner. I don't know if you can see that right there. It's this little line here. That's for me dragging the sponge up, you see? So that's why I always say tilt the sponge out, so that way you don't end up with that line. But it's easy to sand out as long as you don't make it too aggressive. Like you don't gouge the mud. So we have done the whole bottom half of this. You don't really need. I can clean up the door down a bit more. And there it is. That's almost ready. I'm going to go over it with the sanding pole. So before I set up the ladder, we're going to now hit this with the sanding pole. And again, the light is going to show everything. So I don't know if you can see, I have the light set up here, and it's going up the wall like this to reveal any flaws. So now a quick sand to level everything out. Look, everything's nice and flawless. There is no damage anywhere. Looks smooth, feels smooth. That's the other test with your hand. You can feel any ridges. There's a little spot right there I missed. And I'm not pressing hard. I'm literally just like letting the sander rest in my hand. And it glides up and down. Level this out quickly. Spots in this lane here. It's all done. Now back to here. Now I'm going to do the upper half, because we can shine the light up a little higher to see anything here. A little bit spots in that. When I get up on the ladder, I can do this ledge after. So. Grab this, make sure I can reach that. And then I'll be able to reach the light. Put the light a little higher. Always try to set stuff up so we don't have to climb up and down the ladder. I like to use a light so I can see what I'm doing. up again. Over here. Switch the ladder around. Where's my block? It's up here. This way we can see what's going on. Gotta change the angle of the camera. There. They're probably just staring at me now. I'm not a cinematographer, but we're working on it. Oh, light. Corners look great. Spots in there. Spots in there. So I've done everything with the sponge. You can see a little bit up there. Oh. Little spot here. So now all I have to do is pretty much clean up and start painting. I'll do one little pass with the sanding pole and we're done with the sanding. Just because I like things perfect. I usually sand crisscross. And one of the reasons why I'm sanding up and down is because if you make the grain of the sandpaper go up and down, so when the light hits it, it follows those lines. If you went crosswards, then when the light hits it, it's going to show up. But everything's good here now. I'm just going to clean up, and then sciatic is like sporadic. And then I'll get back to you.